Hey guys, welcome back. In this lecture, I will talk about find command, which is used to search and locate a list of files based on the conditions that you specify and then perform some actions. Find can be used with variety of conditions such as the user that's the owner of the file, size of the file, date that it was modified, etc. Now let's have a look at find command. You start by typing in find as the keyword, then specify a path where you want to find the files in. So dot means current working directory, slash means start with the root, and you can specify absolute paths as well, so like this. And then an expression, so I want to find files by name, and then a search pattern. So let's say now if I were to hit enter, it will return the file that matched this particular pattern. Now I can also use wildcard characters with this. So if I wanted to return all files that had a .txt extension, I could use this. And what this means is anything followed by a dot and txt. And as you can see, in my home Labit downloads, I have two files that have a .txt extension. Now let's show the usage of dot, which means current directory. It has given me a list of all files with start.txt or .txt extension in my current directory. So it has found files in my documents, in my downloads, some Mozilla files, etc. Now by default, -name option is case sensitive. So for example, if I was to type in abc.txt, I've only got a file which matched this particular pattern, which was in lowercase. But as you can see here in the big list, I have two files which could have matched the pattern if this was case insensitive. So to ignore case with -name, I can type in -iname, and it will return the results and ignore cases while returning them. Now I can also find directories with find command, and to do that, to use find and then dot for current working directory, and then -type. D is for directories, F is for regular files. So I can type in -type D, and I can further filter that by -name and then capital D O and then star. And what this command will do is it will find directories with names starting with capital D and O and anything after that. So it's gone ahead and got me two results that matched this particular pattern. Now I can also find files based on permissions. So let's say I want to find files with user as read write, group as read, and everyone else as read as well. So I can use that permission by typing in find dot -perm for permissions 644. So read write, read read, and I just want to find text files with those permissions. And if I hit enter, you can see all these files have these permissions. And let's just double check. So ls-l in current directory, and let's say documents. So you can see 1, 2, and 3.txt all have 6, 4, 4 as the permissions. Now we can actually get an opposite match, so all the entries that did not match the pattern, and we can do that by typing in the exclamation mark before the file, and let's give it a path so we don't have extra results. So go and find in my documents all the files that do not match permissions 644, and let's just take away the minus name option, and you can see that it counted my folder as well, and it gave me permissions.sh because permissions had 7, 6, 6 as permissions. So we could include minus type D and only find the directories, or minus type F and only find files. Now let's have a look at how to find files using the owner of the file. We do that by typing in find in current directory minus user, and we give it a username. So again it has gone ahead and found 2 matches for that particular user, and we can type in ls-l and we can see that we have a file with that user as owner and a directory with that user as owner. Now let's have a look at some of the help options for find. So in the help menu for find, we can see the usage, find, some options, path and expression, and default path for find is the current directory. Default expression is to print on the standard output. We have some tests, for example name, permissions, modification time, etc. And then we can also do some actions. For example, we can delete files after finding a list of those files, or we can execute a command. Let's try and delete files. So in the previous option, let's delete files that were owned by user labitadmin. So find user labitadmin and then minus delete, and this will delete both the file and the subdirectory. So I want to make sure that only delete the file, and I hit enter. If I do an ls again, I can see that the file capital abc.txt owned by this user was deleted. This brings us to the end of this lecture. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.